Collinwood in the year 1897, where a woman has just appeared from far away. She is Laura Collins, Edward's wife, and the sight of her fills one person at Collinwood with a chilling fear. For far away in another country, Quentin Collins saw Laura die.
Angelique. Angelique, you made me a promise. You owe it to me to keep it. I helped you, now you must help me, do you hear?
Have you taken to talking to yourself, Quentin? That's a bad habit.
What are you doing here?
Oh, didn't Edward tell you that I'd be staying here?
You're dead.
Oh, you've been drinking again.
I saw you die in Alexandria.
No.
I saw it.
You imagined it.
I didn't imagine it. You're dead, aren't you? Aren't you? Answer me, huh?
How can I answer a question like that?
All right, then I'll have to find out the answer for myself.
Quentin, you're hurting me. Let me go.
Hurting you? Dear Laura, I'm going to do far more than hurt you. If you're not dead by now, you're going to be very soon.
Quentin, don't. You can't. Quentin.
What are you doing to me?
What do you mean?
It's pain shooting through my body like fire.
I'm not doing anything.
Yes, you are.
Anger, Quentin. It's a great shortener of life. Heats the blood. Puts a great strain on the heart.
He did. He did something terrible to me.
When I'm standing here at this safe distance, if I came any closer, you might try to kill me again.
I'll kill you. You're dead already.
Quentin, the pressures must be very great on your brain.
Help me.
What did you say?
Help me.
Oh, how do you suggest I do that?
By stopping whatever it is you're doing to me.
Quentin, I told you before, I am doing nothing to you. Except enjoying the sight of you reaping the rewards of a rich and well-spent life.
Help me. I beg you.
Beg? How does it feel to beg, Quentin? How does it feel to suffer?
I don't want to die.
Do you think I wanted to die in Alexandria when the fire priests dragged me to the sacrificial altar, screaming? Quentin, I cried. Help me, Quentin! Quentin? Quentin, are you still conscious? Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Good, because I'm not quite finished with my story. I remember the priest dragging me to the flames. Dragging me to the flames. Why are you crying to Quentin for help? He asked. Who do you think betrayed you? Who do you think betrayed you?
I had to. Otherwise...
Otherwise, they would have killed you. Yes, I finally understood that. And the death you ran away from in Alexandria finally caught up with you right here in Collinwood. Well, goodbye, Quentin. Enjoy your rendezvous. Dying's not so bad, Quentin. Once you get used to the idea. But you know that's not true. No, Reverend Trask, please. I don't want you to talk to Mrs. Collins or to anyone else. I just need a little more time to work it out in my own mind. Yes, I remember what you taught me, and Oh, Barnabas, he's going to be furious with me for hanging up on him.
You didn't. I did. If he makes you so unhappy, Rachel, don't talk to him.
I have to, Barnabas. There's still unfinished business between us.
What do you mean?
He claims that I'm a thief. Barnabas, I was sent to that school when I was still very young. The Trask taught me the rules of decent conduct. In exchange for that, I promised that I would stay on at the school for another 5 years as a teacher, to repay their goodness. Well, let me tell you about their goodness, Barnabas. It consists of torturing little children, of twisting their minds with fear, and then torturing their bodies with a discipline. It's always discipline, of course. And then something that they are sure that children will hurt them more than it does a child.
Horrible this must be for you.
No, Barnabas, I managed to get through that until I became a teacher. Then if I showed them any kindness or I was even human to them, then Reverend Trask would scream at me, "Rachel Drummond, you are destroying that child's soul with your overindulgence. If I must, I will destroy their souls to save their bodies to save their souls." And I ran away. The Trasks were keeping my wages for me, and before I left, I took them. That's what they call theft.
But it wasn't theft. If it was your own money.
Unfortunately, there's no way I can prove that. Barnabas, do you think I have any chance against the Trasks?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Barnabas, for once, I want not to be frightened of them.
You needn't be frightened of them. Never again.
Barnabas, what should I do? Are you all right? You suddenly seem so far away.
We have a great deal to talk about, but we'll talk about it later. But for now, I'm sorry. I must go.
But you certainly took your time.
I knew you'd be up to... Is he dead?
He's close, Barnabas. Very close. The world will be much better off without you. But you won't be, will you, Barnabas?
But you know he's not supposed to die this way.
He will die any way I want him to die. Unless you come to your senses.
What do you mean?
Barnabas, stop fighting me. You and I were meant to be together. You and I. And no other woman is ever going to have you, including Rachel. Do you understand?
I can't help but understand when you threaten me with Quentin's death.
Just that I care so much for you, so very much, that I would kill anyone to have you.
You're always talking of hurting and killing. Is that your only way of proving your power over people?
Barnabas, I don't want power over people.
So you've changed.
I'll be sweet and gentle and tender if that's the kind of woman you want your wife to be. I'm prepared to make a bargain with you, Barnabas. Quentin Collins will not die now, as he so easily could. No, he'll be permitted to go on with his rather sordid existence until the right moment. If you will let me assume my proper position as Mrs. Barnabas Collins.
Mrs. Barnabas Collins.
How nice that sounds. I won't force you to introduce me as your wife immediately. For the moment, I'll just be your fiancée. The woman you love.
Will you let Quentin Collins rise?
Yes, of course I will. I did it before, you know.
You?
Use that ridiculous Trask and his fervent and frantic prayers, but he would never have gotten very far without me.
I should have known.
It's simply my way of getting you to notice me.
The idea of a life with you.
Is it so bad? Is it so bad that you would allow yourself to fail in everything you came here to do? Will you let young David Collins die? The possessor and the possessed are one, Barnabas. You know that. If one dies...
The other dies.
Right now, David Collins is in his room as close to death as Quentin is.
If...
When Quentin leaves...
If Quentin leaves.
I sense a change in your attitude. Is it possible that you come to an acceptance of my terms?
All right, then. So be it. But make Quentin rise.
Now? No. Oh, no, I think it would be much more impressive if it were done by Barnabas Collins' fiancée. I'll be so much more concerned about the health of my own family.
Mrs. Collins?
Yes.
I'm Rachel Drummond, the governess. How do you do?
I've been looking forward to meeting you for so long. I'm just terribly sorry it happened under these circumstances.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, what's happened to the children?
Well, what's happened to the children? They're upstairs.
No, they're not.
Oh, they must be.
No, they were sent to Reverend Tri's school less than an hour ago. You must get them out of there.
Edward. Edward.
If you think you can get away with this, well, you can't. If you think taking the children, if you...
Mrs. Collins, what's the matter? Are you all right?
Leave me alone.
But you need help.
Yes, I need help, but not from you. I need...
Great sun god Ra, bearer of warmth and fire, grant your daughter the gift of life. Fill her veins with fire. Hear me, I pray you. Without you, I cannot live.
I wanted to talk to you, and
Barnabas, aren't you going to introduce me?
Yes, this is Miss Rachel Drummond.
Drummond, Rachel, how do you do? I'm... A setting as elegant as this one somehow demands that we recognize all the formalities. Barnabas, would you introduce me, please?
This is Angelique.
Angelique. I'm sure Rachel is wondering who Angelique is. As well she might be. Go on, Barnabas. Tell her who I am.
Angelique is my fiancée.
This is such a beautiful house. Perhaps Rachel would be kind enough to show me around. I'm sorry, but I don't think that's possible. Oh, forgive me. It was presumptuous of me to ask you. It's just that I have an immediate reaction to people, and I have the feeling that you and I have a great deal in common.
excuse me.
She doesn't have the best manners, does she?
Do you? Pretending to be her friend?
I only said that Rachel and I have a great deal in common, and I think we do, Barnabas.
You and I have something in common, too, Angelique.
What is that?
Quentin Collins.
Of course, I'd almost forgotten.
Make Quentin rise.
I will. I will.
Did I surprise you?
Barnabas, you seem to be full of surprise. I just feel so foolish having assumed that we were friends.
We'll always be friends. But perhaps soon I'll be able to offer you more.
No, I don't think that's the way a man should talk who's just welcomed a newly arrived fiancé.
No, it isn't. Or under ordinary circumstances, but, well, these are special circumstances. You see, she's here for a reason.
Barnabas, the reason is obvious. You want to marry her.
It seemed that way. But in the same way as, well, as your Reverend Trask talks about goodness and practice only badness, so sometimes things aren't as what they seem. See, sometimes the truth only comes with time and trust. Do you still trust me?
I don't know, Barnabas. I just don't know.
Quentin Collins. Return from the dark borderline of death. Return to the land of the living. Return, Quentin. Return.
What happened?
Your health is rather shaky these days.
No. No, she did it to me.
Who?
Laura Collins.
No, you're wrong. I did it, Quentin. I was forced to do it. By my feelings for Barnabas Collins.
What do you have to do with him?
A great deal. You see, Barnabas and I are engaged.
But aren't you a rather odd choice for Cousin Barnabas's bride-to-be?
Why don't you just congratulate me and let it go at that?
No. I think there's more to it than that.
Well, goodbye, Quentin.
Wait a minute.
Don't you ever do that to me, or you'll find yourself beyond the borderline of death.
I only wanted to ask you a small favor.
Yes, what is it?
I want you to get rid of Laura. It's the last thing I'll ask.
Get rid of Laura? Surely someone of your talents.
Kill her? Of course. If that was all there was to it.
What do you mean?
I'm not quite sure. But, maybe you can tell me.
Fire in Alexandria. No one could have survived that. Could she?
I don't think so.
And yet she's here now.
She's here. Now, please, Angelique, help me find the answer.
I see an urn. Inside of the urn, there's a flame. The flame is life. her life. When the flame is extinguished, her life is over. Nothing is left but darkness. The darkness of death.
If I find the urn with the flame in it, where is it? Tell me.
You asked for one last favor, Quentin, and you got it. That's all. You find the urn. Find it yourself. And when you find it, put out the flame.
And be rid of her.
Forever.